Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time, thanks for joining us. My name is Roshan and I'm joined in the studio by a very special guest making his debut for Astro SuperSport, the one and only Khalid Boulahrouz. My friend, thank you so much for joining us. An absolute pleasure to have your caliber in our studio. We also have got our very own SAS, not Shearer and Sheringham, Stan and Steve, the dynamic duo. Gentlemen, business as usual. All right, Khalid, I know this is your first time in Malaysia, so I'm going to put you right on the spot. We've got the Final Four for the Champions League. We've got Monaco, the underdogs, you definitely have to say, the dark horses. Then you've got Atletico, Real and Juventus. I mean, that is caliber. Beautiful teams, yeah?
Yeah, fantastic teams. I mean, Monaco, they keep surprising me. Every round I was thinking, okay, this is their last round. I thought that before they play Manchester City away, and then they made a huge impact on me, and from that moment on, I thought they are a serious contender for semi-final and maybe even the final.
So are these the best 4 teams out of all the teams that have qualified and made it to this round?
If you look at all the teams, I think they deserve all 4 to be in the semi-final because Real Madrid, you know, as usual, yeah. Atletico Madrid, they were stable. We got Juventus the Italian way, and Monaco, they keep surprising. Fantastic football, most scoring team in Europe.
Fantastic. Effendi with the question, best 4 teams in Europe for you, Steve? He's given you his answer.
I mean, it's like when you win the league, it doesn't lie, you're there for a reason. It's over 2 legs, you have to qualify through the group stages. So you've done the hard work, you've prepared yourself well. Monaco, I agree, is a surprise package, but a welcome surprise. I think they've added a lot to the Champions League.
It's refreshing,
It's wonderful. It's great to see somebody coming from nowhere, a team full of youngsters, and the way they play, the style. 140 goals in all competitions is just ridiculous in any competition in world football.
And it has even out because I look at it. You look at Atletico Madrid and Juve, they're a bit more closer to how they play, and then you got Real Madrid and Monaco. They're more about goals, so it's almost 50-50. I mean, if you're a fan of goals, you've got 2 teams there who can score goals. And then if you're a fan of someone who's more tight, tactically sound, can hit on the counter, very efficient, then you got Juve, Atletico Madrid, who does that really well.
The cynic in me would say it's a perfect semi-final.
Yeah.
And I think maybe someone's picked it out that way. Because...
So it's set up?
Well, I wouldn't say that because what I'm saying is it's perfect, I think.
Okay.
Because you're going to get at least one attacking team into the final. And I believe it will be Juventus and Real Madrid, and what a final that will be, if it happens.
There are 3 teams from Spain. I mean, I know it's disrespectful to Barcelona to say they're from Spain because they don't like that. But Real Madrid, did they deserve to be there?
2 teams.
Bayern, did they deserve to beat Bayern? There's a lot of question marks on the referee, his decision-making. Were Bayern robbed? If you watch the game, if you watch the highlights, I mean,
it's difficult to say. On the other hand, it's easy to say because Real Madrid scored 2 goals in offside position. And of course, Bayern München, until that moment, it was a fantastic game.
That's a penalty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clear.
Clear penalty. No 2 ways about it. That's not even debatable. So they got it right there. Here.
I mean, several decisions were... You know, like what's his name, the central midfielder?
Yeah,
Casemiro.
Should be sent off.
This was Vidal's 2nd yellow card of the night. It was a clean tackle.
It's a clean tackle. I mean, this is stupid. With all the experience Vidal has, already has a yellow card. After the yellow card, straight after the yellow card, made 2-3.
So you think? So you're telling me he deserves that 2nd yellow, Vidal? Yeah. It's on that tackle.
He could be sent off much earlier.
No, but on that tackle.
On that tackle.
It's got,
you can give a yellow card. You shouldn't give them, but you can.
But that shouldn't be a 2nd yellow, though. If you look at that tackle, it's clean. It's ahead of him. And he's got the ball. But you're right in the sense that he's gone in crazy.
If you look in the total picture, he made the yellow card in the beginning of the game. After that, straight after that, he made 2-3 fouls.
So that is a problem, isn't it? So what happens now? Referees, they miss the first 2-3, and then they pick up on the weakest one, which is not a 2nd yellow. That's what's happened. So they kind of just say, you know, I've made mistakes, now I want to make amendments.
The problem
but it's wrong, isn't it?
It's wrong. Yes, he was very rash, and he was like a man possessed over the 2 games.
But that's what he's been the whole season.
Yes, but over the 2 games, he was a man possessed. He really was. He was running around trying to kick people for fun. Once you're on a yellow card, that's you done. In a game like this, when it's very high tempo, atmosphere is boiling. So you've got to react. I'm surprised the manager didn't take him off.
I do agree.
Yeah, I'm surprised the managers didn't haul him off and say, listen, we can't afford. It's hard enough anyway playing against the top team, and playing against the top team with 10 men, it cost them.
I was thinking he would change Kimmich for Vidal, exactly.
Okay, he got the yellow card. You said he was silly. I mean, you said stupid, but never mind. With regards to his decision making, but the referee and Casemiro, that penalty he gave away was 1 of 6, and yet he's not sent off.
It was a blatant tackle on Robben. He went in to take Robben out of the game, Casemiro, and what's the consistency? I mean, you say Vidal because he's done 2-3 tackles. Maybe that 4th one shouldn't be a second yellow, but because he's done that 3 tackles before, that referee's thinking, I got to send him off. Casemiro's done the same thing. So there's no consistency. Zero consistency.
As a referee, you shouldn't be thinking of the 2 or 3 tackles.
Exactly,
previous.
that's where the problem lies.
Each tackle on its merit.
Yes.
The sending off the second yellow card was not a yellow card.
It's not.
Clearly, the 4th official was right next to him. The referee is in a great position. He can see, or he should be able to see, the ball has been tackled by Vidal. Clear got the ball. No yellow card whatsoever.
But maybe that was a moment for the referee that he thought, okay, Vidal, that's more than enough right now. You know, I spared you for the other fouls, but this is more than enough. But the moment he chose to give him the second yellow card was wrong.
Yes.
Just before ending of the game.
But the timing of it was wrong.
And this happens far too regularly. Imagine a referee, half-time, missed a penalty, a clear penalty. He should have given it. Go in half-time, someone's telling him, you made a bad call, and he knows it now. He goes out second half to try and even it, and we've seen it happen. And that's almost a similar story now. He's missed 3-4 challenges that you're saying, and then on the tackle where he's not supposed to give a second yellow, he does it. And then, fine. On Casemiro, he needs to be consistent. He needs to give him a second yellow.
Yeah.
Exactly. He needs to go off. So that's where the problem lies.
Regardless of Ronaldo's hat-trick, the perfect hat-trick, left foot, right foot, header, and that beautiful individual goal, there was a lot said on social media from Frank Ribery. He took to Instagram, as you can see right now, with regards to what he's been saying and doing. That was Ronaldo's second goal, right there on your left. And the third goal was, of course, offside as well. This is what he said. 1 year of hard work. Thank you, referee. Bravo. You've been robbing us. Pape Aswari of Crystal Palace, of all people, replied to Gerard Piqué, showing those pictures of Chelsea being robbed. So I think this just boils down to the fact that, OK, fine, I'm not asking you whether there's a foul or not, but referees can be biased towards Spanish teams, especially Real Madrid and Barcelona. I mean, has there been a situation where during your playing days, you knew you were robbed because of the referee, Steve?
Yeah,
there has to be an example.
We played in a cup final against Wimbledon, and Peter Beardsley was clean through. He could have played advantage and scored. The referee blew up. It was our advantage. And he blew up for a free kick, which has gone... You've got to allow play to go on and then see it out. He didn't. He brought the play back, and we had a free kick, and that maybe cost us.
Khalid, for yourself, there must be a situation during your playing days.
We played, yes, definitely. We played with Sporting Lisbon in the game against Porto, in Porto. And, you know, if you follow the Portuguese league, in that time, the Portuguese owner was famous for buying referees. And we got a penalty against us, which wasn't a penalty at all.
Yeah.
And they needed to win the title. So that was a moment for me
buying referees means they fix the referees.
Well, in that case, in that moment, the owner of Porto, he was not famous, but well known for buying referees, giving them present the day before, giving him then they call it fruta. Yeah. Woman, they bring fruta, fruit to the hotel room, so that's why they call it fruta. But
let's have a look at a few fruta moments from years gone by. And if you're a Real Madrid and Barcelona fan, I do apologize, but where there is smoke, there's fire. This is a Manchester United Real Madrid, the Champions League, 5th of March 2014. United take the lead, courtesy of Sergio Ramos and all goals, similar to what he did against Bayern. Now, this is where it gets a bit shifty. This moment with Nani, there was a foul there, right there.
Yes.
Khalid, for you, was that a foul in the first place, or was it a red card, more importantly?
As a fan, looking to a game, the moment I remember that moment, the moment the referee whistles, I thought he should give him a yellow card.
Okay, a yellow card, not...
Yellow card, because the intention of Nani was not to hit the player.
Yeah.
his intention was to control the ball, and he didn't see him coming.
Yeah.
But if you look in the eyes, through the eyes of the referee, leading the game by the rules of the FIFA, you should give him a red card because it's a dangerous play.
Yeah, that changed the game. Real Madrid went on to beat Manchester United. Luka Modric, a lot of people say that it was his moment in the spotlight, that he established himself. But you see these things happen and you question yourself. There's so much of technology out there. Why doesn't someone do something about it?
Like what?
And
We've
that's what
already
they're doing
done.
right
now. Call up the referee.
For goal line technology, yes, I think it's a must and it's been fantastic. They're the big decisions. They're the ones that cost you. OK, you can get send-offs that cost you. If we keep going to video technology, then we're going to have a problem. Because where do we start and where do we stop? If you go on video technology for that Nani sending off, say, for argument's sake, there'd be half referees saying, well, actually, no, that's a yellow card. And half will be saying, well, it's reckless. So that's a red card. So we still won't solve the problem.
But even then, they got a small moment where they can get out of the emotions, look at the situation, and make a decision. In that moment, they have to make a decision in split second, in front of the fence, the fourth or the FIFA who's sitting on the stands. So I think this should be a good thing for football.
Khalid, but where do we stop on this? Because, as you say, right, if 2 yellow cards obviously make a red. So do I debate the first yellow card if my player gets a yellow card and I think it's not fair, it's not a yellow card? Can I hold my hand up and say I want to go to the video technology? Because if he gets another yellow card, he's sent off. So what is important and what's not important?
I just think the referee has the right to say that he needs help. If he's
it's a cop-out then.
Let's watch another highlight. One more highlight. We can continue this one more highlight to go on with you, Stan.
Yeah.
We've shown you this earlier, the Chelsea-Barcelona game. Make your point based on these highlights.
Well, for me, firstly, I think there is quite a few decisions that is questionable, but
that's a goal.
Yeah, that's a clear goal.
By the way, this is the 1-1 between Barcelona on the 6th of May 2009.
After the game, Drogba went crazy. I mean, he said it's disgraceful. For me, he's gone down very lightly there.
So what decision did you give there?
This one as well.
No pen.
So was this
no pen?
No, that's not
this
pen.
one.
This one, he's gone across, but he's got the ball.
Yes, no pen.
No pen as well.
No penalty.
No chance. He's got the ball.
There's 2 occasions the referee's got it right.
Not this one, but this one.
This one is a clear pen.
This one, the linesman should see this one, definitely.
Now
that's 2 hands. 2 hands. Linesman must see it.
Once again, not about the foul, but the intention in terms of the referee. Now, that 1-1 kicked out Chelsea from the tournament. Another handball moment right now. I'm not going to ask you. We can go about back and forth whether it's a penalty or not, foul or not. But it's a decision-making right there. The referee is right there, Khalid. Look, there has to be something done.
Look, firstly, that one, he's had a look at it, right? And when he comes out and he's lifted his hand, but is that an extension of his body?
What's the name of this referee?
This fellow goes by the name of Tom Henning.
Tom Henning.
Yeah. Have you played with Tom Henning?
No, I thought we had him in the World Cup final against South Africa. We had an Englishman. Sorry, Steve.
No, it's okay. No, they're all bad as each other.
Was it in the finals against?
Was in the final. Yeah.
No, that's oh my goodness, I can't believe I've forgotten the name. The ball guy, Tim Howard. Is it not Tim Howard?
No, not
it's the
Tim
goalkeeper.
Anyway.
Okay, moving on. But nevertheless, that's another example of Barcelona, Real Madrid. And if you know what, if you think you're making things up,
no. Listen.
Here's another one. Yeah. Barcelona, Arsenal this time round.
Yeah.
Van Persie gets sent off in this game after Messi gets the ball rolling with his usual magician stuff.
This is a disgraceful decision.
Yeah.
The Van Persie one, because this is where I think you don't even need video technology. You just need referees to understand that if you're playing in a stadium with that capacity, of that loudness, there is a chance a player is going to do this. He's got a second yellow for that. That's disgraceful.
I do agree. Because you're not only a referee, right? I mean, you whistle the game of football, such an important game. You're also a little bit of sportsman. You do understand the game of football. You do understand the emotions players have, because this is not the first important game he's
officiating.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, this is really disgrace. You look at the body language of Van Persie. He's fully focused on scoring the goal.
And he turns around and he's shocked.
Everybody was shocked. That was farcical. I hope the referee didn't referee any other games after that.
But the key point here is now we've seen Spanish opposition. If you want to go back even further, the Champions League final between Arsenal and Barcelona, ask any Arsenal fan out there, ask any neutral, I'm talking about the Sol Campbell, Lehmann being sent off game. It looks like Barcelona always, likewise with Real Madrid, have a little preferential treatment by referees.
No. the reason you see Barcelona and Real Madrid, they're in these big games because they're invariably the best sides, playing Champions League football, semi-finals, finals, crucial games. They do so much attacking. They've got so many skillful players that it's inevitable that they're going to cause problems for referees because they're nippy, they're nimble.
Steve, you've just seen Nani being sent off, Van Persie being sent off.
That's bad refereeing. It's not because it's Barcelona or Real Madrid, Roshan.
It's the Spanish factor.
No,
it is bad refereeing.
It's not because...
It's the Spanish factor because they're always there. They're always semi-finals, finals. They're always
so
playing
they're always
these
in the big games. But not because they're Spanish.
It's not because...
So what you're saying is if it's the Italian teams regularly in the semi-finals, then the bad refereeing can happen to the Italian teams also if they're regularly weak year.
Well, we were saying that at a certain time when the Italian teams were dominating Europe.
Yeah, but they didn't attack as much as the Spanish team.
We used to say this. We used to say the same thing when Liverpool and United were winning the leagues and getting penalties at Anfield and getting penalties at Old Trafford, and people saying, "Oh no, it's the last minute," and the referees are being conned.
Yeah, Mike did.
Yeah, because the reason they were getting penalties in the last minute is because of the intense pressure.
Yeah.
They're always in the opposition box. They're always attacking. They never stop attacking. So referees have got no option. That's where the action is, in the 18-yard box.
But we got to reiterate that the fact that on all the clips we've seen, the referee's job is not easy. Because even here, we have split opinions itself. The fact that Nani's won, here itself, we've already got split opinions. We've got a few decisions that's gone right. And then crucial decisions go wrong. So it's not an easy job. We know that. But...
Giving Van Persie a red card is easy.
That is disgraceful. That's why I said that.
Okay.
That's just
second
him losing
yellow
his
card
mind.
is not a yellow. That's easy. You don't need video technology to tell a referee that that is not a send-off. You don't need video technology to give him a second yellow card for shooting when he's time wasting. What's it called?
All right, gentlemen. Fair enough. You can go back and forth. Khalid, I'm going to give you the last say. You were saying when the Italians were having their fair share of glory, decisions went for them. Now the Spanish. Would you say yes, that teams, the bigger they are, they do get a bit of special treatment from the referees?
Not in those kind of games.
Okay.
Because I think if you whistle semi-finals, most of them are all big teams. And I can imagine that the referee is impressed by the fans, the stadium, and whatever. But I don't think they get special treatment.
He tries to say at the time who they're playing. So Arsenal was not a big team. So Chelsea was not a big team. Manchester United was not a big team. Because they're the team they played against and all these decisions. Yeah. So you're saying Barcelona are a bigger side than Manchester United?
Yeah.
In what way?
Because they've got more Champions Leagues.
Yeah, but again, that's okay when you talk about trophies, but a bigger global brand, Manchester United, Barcelona, and I think they're up there.
And to say that as well, just put a situation that what happened Real Madrid's first game, yeah? So referee's looking at it, he's made a mistake. And then the second day, the referee's officiating the Barcelona game. Now he's got pressure because last night, there's a referee who's been accused of being biased towards the Spanish side. That really doesn't necessarily work for Barca because I thought the referee who did the Juve game did it really well. He had no nonsense.
Listen, lots of referees are very, very good and there's quite a few, not that many, I suppose, who are awful, dreadful. Okay. That's about it. Because in general, the decisions are difficult. I think they get 95% of the decisions right.
Okay.
I think we shouldn't blame everything on the referees. Imagine from your experience and your experience, you played many games for so many fans, and we all had a very bad day, you know. And that can happen also to a referee. Imagine you have to make a decision in front of 100,000 people.
Okay.
But that's what
maybe against them or for them.
All right, Khalid, Champions League final. Who's going to be in it? I'm going to start off with Stan quickly.
I'm going for Juve Real Madrid.
Yourself?
I think I agree.
Okay, you're going to agree with Sen. Oh, my goodness.
Full house.
Full house. Well done, gentlemen. All right, that's it for the Champions League. When we return, we'll have a look at the Premier League and some big games in the FA Cup as well. But first, here's a quick recap of the best goals from the Champions League. Enjoy.
The right, Mendy perhaps. Dembele on the outside of him did well. Right! And Borussia Dortmund had a good goal and a goal back. Into Mbappe. Lemar sees the run of Falcao. Brilliant move, brilliant goal. Falcao makes it 2-0 on the night for Monaco. And Ronaldo able to get it down and punish Bayern. And all the storylines in. Felipe Luis. Schmeichel's beaten.
Not to be finished yet because Asensio actually has gone away from him and deciding to get some glory for himself. This is tough on Bayern.
Khalid! And they've done it. Would you believe it? Would you believe it?
Take their free kicks. Robertson, a goal! Right on half-time. Hoddle moving up on the right. Hoddle shot. Oh! What a goal!
Experience of big games in the Chelsea ranks. Drogba. Oh, magnificent! Wembley is his ground again.
He drives it. Oh, what a goal!
Lampard shot. Oh my goodness! Talk about icing the cake.
Tweet us right now at Stadium Astro. That's our Twitter handle. Which was your favourite Chelsea goal against Tottenham? I know I should be asking you this question, but we can go for on and on, just judging on how you all two love each other. Talking about Stan and Steve. Khalid Boulahrouz is with us in the studio. Let's talk about your former team, Chelsea. Conte, after that defeat against Manchester United at Old Trafford, a lot of people were like, why was he so quiet on the touchline? Why was he so subdued? Because, I mean, forgive me if I say this, he was an utter maniac on the games previous on the touchline. What happened?
Definitely, I was surprised also. I remember he had argued with Mourinho at Stamford Bridge, and Mourinho didn't like the way he reacted. Yeah. And maybe it was because of respect for Mourinho.
We did the game for Astro, and he was bullied. I think he's been bullied, and I think he's seriously.
Do you think he was impressed with it?
Pardon? I think Mourinho intimidated him, big time.
You're thinking he came out of this match behaving very unnormal like him because he respected whatever Mourinho saying. Why would you think so?
Pardon?
Why would you think so?
Because
he's on top of the table. He's been doing well.
Exactly. So why doesn't he continue to do exactly the same things he's been doing, game in, game out?
I just think it's got nothing to do with whatever Mourinho told him. I just think on that
rubbish.
Day,
well, what? That's the first game I've ever seen.
Yeah, but
this season when he's standing there.
That doesn't mean Mourinho.
It does mean it. That's why we're here to talk about it. So why is he subdued then?
Well, because something's happened. It's got nothing to do with Mourinho.
It's Mourinho talking to him down his ear.
Flat as how he was flat.
Because your manager is your example. If you're losing the touchline battle with Mourinho, then the players see that.
How did Rafa Benitez win the battle by just sitting?
Listen, you've got to be strong. Mourinho's paraded himself.
No, but Maka, you know Benitez really well. You're saying managers implicate whatever.
Managers have to be strong and not intimidated by the opposition manager.
So someone like Benitez, who doesn't even wake up, after a goal, he picks up a board and he starts writing again. Rafa Benitez, he never celebrates a goal, he doesn't move.
Okay.
So that doesn't replicate on the players, isn't it? They went on and got a successful result.
Well, there's your argument squashed, okay? Because Conte does that from minute one. Up and down the touchline, ranting, raving, doing it. Why didn't he do it that game?
That's what I'm saying.
Because he was intimidated.
His team didn't play it well, but that has nothing to do with Mourinho.
But it's
Mourinho.
I do agree with you, because this was a little bit obvious. Every game he has the same behaviour. And suddenly he play against Mourinho and he changes behaviour.
Whose fault, firstly? Let's not get there, yeah? But he's walking into this game, top of the table, 7 points ahead. Why wouldn't he not continue?
But he's already top of the table. He's his own
man, isn't it, Khalid? He's his own man. But first season, impressive. He's got every right to continue what he's doing. Why would he listen to someone like Mourinho?
Because he did.
Okay, let's why should he change his behaviour? He was top of the table since day 11, day 12. Why should he change at Old Trafford against Mourinho? Why should he do that?
Because his team's performance spoke about his attitude on the touchline. I'm just thinking. He's not. I think in the first 30 minutes itself, he was jumping around maybe for the first 5-10 minutes. He was moving. He was just talking.
What game are you watching?
He was talking. He was talking the first 5-10 minutes. Watch it. Watch it again.
I watched it. We did it live, and I've never seen him move.
First
had his
5,
cap
10
on.
minutes,
He had
and
his
then
black
he
cap
never
on.
moved. And then he never moved
He hasn't- he
after
didn't move
United
most of the
started
game,
going in,
Stan.
getting into the game.
Okay,
Look,
You're watching a
just to
different
put-
game.
Okay, just here's another thought. Was he subdued? Was he quiet because he was out-thought by Jose and he didn't have a plan?
No.
There must be something there.
He didn't react to changes. He was subdued right from the start, okay, because of the Jose Mourinho factor. And I thought he was intimidated by Jose Mourinho, his actions. Mourinho at one stage stood in front of him in Conte's dugout. Stood right in front of him. Worked that one out. Conte didn't say a word to him. It's my dugout. Can you excuse me? Move. I'm watching the game. He didn't do nothing.
I know Mourinho, he studied psychology, so he knows how to play this game. He knows how to play this game. I remember also the way he analyzed his opponent. He sacrificed Herrera, he sacrificed Damian for Hazard and for Pedro. That could also be a thing that Conte was out of response.
Yeah. But if you just remember a game, if it was the Netherlands versus Portugal, Scolari versus Van Basten, and they fought on the touchline and both teams apologized after the game, wouldn't you want your manager to stand your ground and fight your opponent like he said? I mean, just have a go, do something, just not sit like a puppet.
If I was a player of Chelsea, I would love to see my coach annoy the other coach. If I know that Mourinho doesn't like the way I behave on the sideline, I would do exactly the same at Old Trafford.
Exactly.
Exactly the same.
Khalid,
if you don't like it, deal with it.
But that's what I'm saying. Different types of manager, different ways. You get someone like Benitez
But
who doesn't celebrate
this is a
the
big.
players.
This is a big difference. This is a big difference.
What do you mean by big difference?
He's been doing it all season long.
No,
Benitez,
I-
okay, fine if he doesn't celebrate
I don't
goals, fine.
disagree that
But
this is an
this
odd
is the only
behavior,
game.
But I'm just saying, what makes you think that is Mourinho's factor that this man here has got 7 points, got every right to
Because there's no
continue.
other-
He stops. It doesn't make sense in a lot of ways from my point of view.
It doesn't make sense because he's been doing it every game up until the Manchester United game. It doesn't make sense.
My point of view is, I just think for the first 10, 15 minutes, United came out better than them, and he had no response. And at the end of it, the post-match answers you. He said they had more desire. That replicates him, and he said, as a manager, it's my fault. He said that after the match. And I think he's just spoken about himself not being up for it, and his team not being up for it. That's all.
Okay, relax, Steve.
I've calmed myself down.
So
I'm wasting
you're
my
not
breath.
agreeing with him, yet you're trying to say that you do not have an answer for what exactly happened.
No, I just said that the fact that they were not up for it. They were not as prepared as United.
They're
That's what
trying
I'm
to
saying.
talk about Conte.
That's the point.
They-
Yes,
should-
Conte. I'm saying Conte.
Well, he should be.
He didn't have to respond to how Jose Mourinho
Well, he
prepared
should
United.
be, even when he's been down, even when the Crystal Palace game, even when he's been down on and Chelsea is struggling, he's still been one pumping them and urging them on. There's not once in that game that I see Conte get out of his dugout, get upset.
Don't you think a coach like Conte should have a plan B?
Yes,
Don't
of
you
course.
think? Do you? So you think he comes to Old Trafford with just plan A and that's it?
I think on that day he had no plan at all because he came out. He thought that they could beat United the way they've done the whole season. They've been a better side for the past 12 meetings under Conte for the past 3 meetings. Firstly, I'm just going back to the fact that as him, yeah, Khalid, you know his character. He's very enthusiastic on the sideline. He gives the energy to the players, right vibes, positive. He runs up and down. He celebrates goals. Why didn't he do that? The fact that why was
Because
he
he was
intimidated?
intimidated.
Why was he intimidated?
Okay.
Because I'll tell you why. Because you've seen the clip. If we get the clip and you see Mourinho in the first game at Stamford Bridge go over at the end of the game, pull him to one side and whispered something down his ear, as if to say, "Don't ever do that again."
So what makes you think that he would listen?
That? Well, he obviously has listened. And in fact, the reason he should be up and down more is they're getting beat 2-0. So he should be out of his dugout.
If at all Mourinho was maybe 7 points ahead with Manchester United,
He was laughing
Conte
at
was,
him.
and in Chelsea's place,
Stanley,
I might take your point.
Mourinho was goading him. He was laughing at him. He was strutting in front of him, standing in front of his technical area.
But this man sits on top of the
That
table,
is goading
man.
him.
Okay, all right.
That's
Gentlemen,
what it
we're
was.
just repeating ourselves right now. I mean, you do both have valid points. Khalid as well mentioned the fact that, Conte, first time ever he's seen them with no reaction. But one person will be interested with that reaction is Tottenham's manager. Here's Mauricio Pochettino.
No, my feeling is all want to challenge us and all feel that are our rivals. And today to beat Tottenham is a big, big challenge for everyone. that is a good, very good news for us. Means that something important is growing up here, and that feeling is good. I like this feeling, and no, I think all that happened in the last few seasons, I think make us stronger. How I told you before, it's important to show that we are clever and intelligent and use all that happened in the past to try to be better. And for us, it's a big thing that the people include Tottenham in that level of the club, like Chelsea, City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal. I think means a lot, and because we are in complete different project, and I think make us very, very, very proud.
Very proud indeed, and you have to give him credit with regards to making his team mentally tough. Last season, towards the end, they lost it. Leicester City went on to win the league. How has he changed that mentality for that squad?
Yeah, how did he change? I mean, I think first of all, the way they play. He did a great job with Southampton. He continues that with Tottenham. You know, they were well known. Also, like Arsenal, they have a breakdown at the end of the season, and I think now they are a real competitor with teams as Chelsea and City and United.
Should he do the same thing Jose did against Chelsea? Put a man on Hazard. Cahill might not feature because he was ill. But there's some big problems for Chelsea.
Possibly. I don't think he will. I think he'll play the Tottenham way. He'll respect Chelsea, obviously. Hazard, he's not a deep thinker the way Mourinho is. And I think United had the players, put the players in accordingly. You know, you're leaving two players out, Mkhitaryan and Zlatan, left them out. So who would Tottenham sacrifice to put hard-working players in? Nobody.
Yeah. I just think, yeah, I would agree with Steve on this one, because I just think if Spurs were to play Wanyama in that position, just to make sure he doubles up on Hazard, just dropping in that area, on that right-back area where Hazard applies, I think that would do a job. Because what Spurs last season, this season improvised mostly is how tight they are as a team. Most managers, Slaven Bilic came out and said the fact that you hardly find any weaknesses in a Spurs side. That's a great credit for Pochettino himself when a manager like that says, I'm looking at videos, I'm watching previous games, there's no weaknesses in this side. So that shows that they are a better unit, and they can just start playing the way they've done it. They've beaten Chelsea once already this season.
I think it's formations as well. Tottenham can change.
Yeah.
They've played 4 and 3 and are fantastic at both systems. They're very good at adapting and adjusting to the opposition. Now, we do know that Chelsea probably will play the 3 at the back. Will Tottenham play 3 at the back? I think they will. I think they'll go with Dyer as well as the middle in the 3. And I think they'll go and go like for like in terms of formations. And they'll probably think, well, better take Hazard out the side. As a team, you're probably thinking, well, Tottenham have probably the edge over Chelsea individually if you go man for man.
I think I mean, what Mourinho did shouldn't be really special, because if you analyze a team as Chelsea, if you shadow or eliminate Hazard for the 90 minutes, you are halfway to win the game.
Yeah.
And like Steve said, I mean, Tottenham have so much qualities, you know, and they should play the Tottenham way and focus and be confident.
So, who's going to win? Tottenham or Chelsea? Come on, Khalid. Is his former team?
Take your Chelsea hat off.
Very difficult. You know, to be honest, the last couple of weeks, Chelsea is not so in a good shape. I go for Tottenham.
All right, celebrity predictions. Stan, what are you going for?
I've gone for Chelsea 2, Spurs 1.
For yourself?
I'm the same. I think Chelsea, beware of the wounded animal.
The person who's chasing you in second place, by the way, Adam Carruthers, has gone for Tottenham. Surprise, surprise. He is, of course, a Tottenham fan. 2-1. Let's see whether that'll happen or not. But yes, we have to go for a break. But before that, it's time to have a little look at a battle between a bunch of whiz kids. Check this out. Group B, the first matchup sees Seyful taking on ELC. That's where I want to be. That's a bad rhyme, but never mind. You guys will go first, and you have chosen Liverpool and Manchester United, Declan and Brandon. You have 30 seconds. At the end of 30 seconds, there is a buzzer. Are you all ready?
Yes.
All right, your time starts now. When did Liverpool last win a league title?
1990.
Correct. Manchester United are called the...
Red Devils.
Correct. How many times have Liverpool won the European/Champions League title?
5 times.
Correct. Name one current Manchester United goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Correct. Steven Gerrard left Liverpool for LA Galaxy in which year?
2014.
Wrong. What is Mark Hughes' nickname? Your time is over. I'll get your score in a bit. All right, that is ELC International School time to move on to Seyful. Same rules, 30 seconds. Choose wisely what your answer is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have chosen Chelsea, correct, as your topic?
Yep.
Okay, your time starts now. Chelsea's most expensive player in their club history is?
Fernando Torres.
Correct. Who is Chelsea's top goal scorer?
Frank Lampard.
Choose an answer.
Frank Lampard.
Correct. Be careful. How many league titles, or rather matches, did Chelsea win last season? How many matches did they win last season, Chelsea? If you want to pass, quick.
Pass.
Who did John Terry replace as club captain?
Michael Ballack.
Wrong. Name Chelsea's goal scorer when they played Tottenham at White Hart Lane this season.
Victor Moses.
Wrong. As I can tell, it is 4-2 as it speaks. Ready? In terms of questions, who is the youngest goal scorer in the Premier League history?
Ben Woodburn.
Wrong. Question goes to you. Pass. All right. How many founding members of the Premier League are part of the Premier League this season? Founding members of the Premier League. Currently playing in this season. Answer quickly. Take a wild guess.
3.
Wrong.
4.
Wrong. All right. Question number 3. How many nations have been represented in the Premier League so far, collectively? Quickly.
53.
Sorry?
53.
Never mind, both wrong.
62.
Wrong. All right, you got 2 more questions to change the tie, all right? Especially y'all. The biggest Premier League title-winning margin was? How many points?
19 points.
Oh, very close.
20.
Oh, right. Final question for this round. Which team holds the record for the most amount of wins in a single season? Name a team.
Manchester United.
Chelsea.
Oh, choose quickly. Hurry up.
Manchester United.
Wrong. Gentlemen,
Liverpool.
Chelsea.
choose a question correctly.
Chelsea.
Choose an answer correctly, rather.
Yeah,
you
Chelsea,
sure? Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely correct. The total score from the rounds, 3 rounds, of course. ELC 4. Seyful 3. Oh, but not to worry. There's one more game, one more round. Y'all have each. You can still get some points and get the ball rolling, and maybe I will see y'all on the final episode of the show, right? Okay. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Living proof that true fans, you can have your dreams come true.
I believe in you.
I really want to host that show. That's Arvind going and catching WrestleMania, by the way. His wish came true. My wish right now is for y'all not to cheat. It's fact or fiction, and the questions are based on the man to my left, Khalid Boulahrouz. It's Steve versus Stan. Question number 1 for fact or fiction. While at Hamburg, this man earned the nickname Khalid the Cannibal. Yes or no? Facts or fiction?
The Cannibal. Yeah. Go on, fact.
Fact.
It is a fact.
Khalid, what is the answer? True. Very true. I would like to know why the name came about, but that's a different story altogether. Maybe on League of Legends. Who knows? Question number 2 for Mr. Bernard over there. Boulahrouz requested to wear the number 9 jersey at Chelsea. Fact or fiction? Sometime today, Stan.
Fact.
You are absolutely right. See, I'm just being nice. Yes or no? Fact or fiction? I just said yes.
You said yes.
Okay, so I say yes as well. You said yes. All right, Steve, question number 3 for fact or fiction. Wow. Boulahrouz sells milk and biscuits for a living.
Oh, that sounds so stupid, so it's fiction.
It's fiction. You're going for fiction.
Fact.
He's right.
It's a clothing brand.
Oh! Yeah, like, okay, fine, fair enough.
So it's technically fiction.
Never mind, it's still called. It's the brand that is most important. Steve McMahon, the brand.
I'm leading, Mecca. That's about it.
Stan, you don't need to rub it in, Stan. You're not a good person, by the way. All right, moving on. Boulahrouz was once teammates with a certain Diego Maradona. Yes or no?
Should give him. He's down.
He's already...
Fiction.
Fiction.
Fact.
It is a fact. Oh my goodness, Stan on fire. By the way, I took a picture, a selfie with Diego Maradona. His bodyguards were really scary. Stan is in the lead, but final question, Steve, I'm just going to give it to you because, you know, I'm a nice person. Boulahrouz apologized to Cristiano Ronaldo for this particular challenge.
Which challenge? Have we seen it?
In the World Cup, he got a really massive bad challenge.
Oh, did
Cristiano,
he?
yeah.
No, I don't think he would apologise to anyone.
Would you apologise? Did you apologise?
No.
You did?
Just the fact. He did tackle Cristiano and then he hurt Luis Figo in that same match, correct?
Were you having a good day or bad day?
I didn't hit Figo. I didn't hit Figo. I didn't touch him.
Is this why
but he was smart enough to pretend like...
Is this why you're having your milk and your biscuits?
Okay, gentlemen, let's move on to something quite nasty with regards not to tackles, but injuries. Now, if you were watching the Europa League match between Manchester United and Anderlecht at Old Trafford, the second leg, Zlatan's injury, oh my goodness, you need to really close your eyes if you have a weak stomach. It looked really bad, that injury. So the question is that a blessing or disguise for Manchester United? Watch this injury first and then answer the question.
Yeah,
That's all. Right there, watch it. Boom!
I think sometimes they look worse than what they are. Trust me. Sometimes
watch this. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, but we don't know the diagnosis. We don't know what the physios have said or the doctors yet. So sometimes, and hopefully, it's not as bad as what it looks. And sometimes you can get away with it.
Is that the good thing for Manchester United?
Well, it could be. It could be blessing in disguise, as you said, because Rashford might get a run now as the centre forward. We spoke about it last week. Would it help Rashford if he keeps playing wide? No, I think he stumps his growth. If he can have a run up top, because his pace is frightening. We've seen against Chelsea. He was awesome. And Zlatan can't play that way. So United tailor their game around Zlatan, where Rashford's just a free spirit.
Yeah.
He runs round and he's infectious to United players.
I think Rashford can be more dangerous in a different way than Zlatan.
Yes. Yeah.
More dynamic, more pace. But again, the number of goals you can't substitute.
As a defender yourself, would you prefer to play against a guy like Zlatan or someone who's a bit more tricky with pace like Rashford? Who would you?
You know, it's quite annoying if you play against a player like, let's say, Rashford or Sanchez, all the time on the move, running into the deep and technical on the ball combination. You know, he's got from all aspects he got a little bit. And Zlatan likes to have the ball on the feet or crosses, so you can already be prepared easily.
Would you tackle Zlatan? Would you kick him? Would you injure him?
Yes. You know, if you are on the pitch, there's no peace.
Fair enough.
The answer is yes.
Good old kick.
I don't think it's a blessing in disguise because United needs Zlatan as much as they need Rashford. Coming into these last two games in the semi-finals, and then they go to the final, they really need both of them on the pitch. And I think what Mourinho has shown is he trusts Rashford more now.
So next season, Rashford is the answer.
So
Rashford is the answer for United next season, not Zlatan.
Well, if United want to play a very expansive way and play with power and pace, then Zlatan's not your man.
And the goal he scored, which I was just telling you off screen, the goal that he scored against Anderlecht, that's Rashford showing that he's growing up. That's a class goal because he's dragged the ball on the sideways. He knew exactly what his second move was before he finished that.
That could put that injury, if it's going to be a long injury, could put a stop to the potential of him signing for not just Manchester United, but for any other club. Because that could be a career-threatening injury.
I think it would be perfect for Manchester, also for Rashford, if they combine those two together.
But he doesn't play to think. I agree with you, but he doesn't like playing with the two up top.
He loves his two defensive midfielders.
Why would it be the perfect situation to play both of them?
I think Rashford can develop much better with Zlatan on his side.
And the thing is, Zlatan is the kind of player, if you go back to your PSG days, he loves to drop in a number 10 if he's allowed to. And Cavani was running ahead of him. He can play these balls, and they are the good pairing, I think, like Mecca was saying last week, you know? Because that's one strong, physically attracts defenders, and one guy's running off you. You guys got to put it on the plate for him and he can finish. So I don't think it's a bad combination.
But that's why I always say about Arsenal. Why can't Giroud play with Sanchez? Why can't a big target man hit him, Sanchez in and around the sides of defenders? Why can't that happen in games when you know they're going to pack the defence? Your Hull Cities, your West Broms, your Swanseas. You play two up top against
the biggest problem is the managers, they really look into midfield these days. They want to try and crowd that midfield to match the opponent. And today, that's why you say 4-4-2.
You still can. You can play three.
But that's why they need a striker, a second striker that can work as hard defensively as moving forward, right?
But maybe
that's why
Tottenham still play the three in midfield, even when you play a five at the back.
But how hard working they are.
You put
in numbers. They've clocked the most runs as a team.
Gentlemen, we're moving away from the topic. The topic is Zlatan. Should he stay? Should he go next season? In order for Rashford to propagate himself.
Stan was moving away from the topic. Don't move away from the topic.
Okay, you were saying.
I'm saying I think his age is catching up, and it might be a blessing in disguise for United if Zlatan is out for a number of months.
Okay, for yourself?
I think he should stay. I think he's a great asset to the club.
And for you as well?
Yes.
Stay?
Definitely stay, yeah.
All right, it is unanimous. Steve, thank you for your shout-out. All right, we will be talking about John Terry after this break with regards to whether he is the best or one of the best defenders we've ever seen play in England. That's after this short break.
Someone here is going to get the chance to attend the PFA Gala Night. Very excited, right?
Excited.
If I had the chance, it would be me. Clubs have won the Premier League so far. You'll be going through to the next round. So the final scores are in.
Channels 816, 834, you can catch that show. It's called For Fans only at 8:15 p.m. Who's going to go catch the gala dinner, the PFA Gala Dinner, where we will nominate the winner for the best player of the Premier League? We hope so. We won't actually. It'll be the people choosing over there. But one lucky fan from Malaysia gets to go there. Once again, we're stuck in the studio. Always Stan, Steve, and our special guest, Mr. Khalid Boulahrouz. Chelsea, John Terry. All good things come to an end. Would you say he is the best defender you've ever seen in the Premier League for you? Apart from yourself, of course.
No, I would say he's one of the best, and if not the best defender England had. Yeah.
Ever? In the Premier League era?
Well, let's say of this generation.
Oh, this generation. John Terry beats the likes of Rio Ferdinand, Jaap Stam as well? Vidic? Tony Adams?
Well, if you look at his all-time stats and his honours, I mean, how many cups he won?
Yeah, fair enough.
16.
And he was a goal-scoring centre-back.
Two-footed as well, left, right. So, all right, he's going best ever he's seen.
Well, it's difficult to say best ever, but he is among the best.
Okay.
As a proper, out-and-out defender who scores goals and he defends in his own box. So he's good in both boxes. He's dangerous in the attacking area and he's a great defender. Carragher, we've missed Jamie Carragher out as well. There.
Definitely.
I mean, he's got to be up there as well. He upstands. You know, there's great players and good, proper... Where have they gone? These old-fashioned defenders who want to defend and really take pride in keeping clean sheets. I don't see it anymore. I see it in John Terry. I see him organising. I see him when the ball is stopped, when it's out of play. That's the best time to defend, when it's out of play. Not when it's in play. It's when it's gone out of play, now can we get organised, and he's the best at doing that.
I played together with him, and being with him on the pitch gives you so much confidence because he reads the game, he talks with you, and like you said, with the ball it's easy, but without the ball it's even difficult, much more difficult for a defender. And you know, on the pitch, but also off the pitch, he's a really true legend. Yeah. The way he takes care of new players, whatever it is, he helps you. He's such a good guy, and on the pitch, he's just being example. You know, he's a fantastic defender.
See, the perception of John Terry from lots of people all over the world is that he's not that type of guy. Because we've read articles about other stuff that he's been up to, that paints him in a bad way. He's not a bad person. He's a good person. But yes, he's made mistakes. But the thing we're talking about, his football speaks for itself. He's up there with the best.
He's a bit like Lampard, isn't it? When it comes to midfielder, the age is also goal-scoring records. And I think as a defender, as much as you speak about your Rios, your Carragher's, your Yapstams, your Vidic, John Terry must go up there because he also scored crucial goals. And that is as important as anything because he wins you football matches besides defending. Okay. So he must be one of the best.
Top 3, starting with you. I'll make it easier. I'm not going to ask you for one. Top 3.
That's easier.
No.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Sometime today.
OK. Well, Stam would be probably 2. Carragher 3 and probably John Terry.
OK, top 3.
Rio alongside Terry and Vidic.
Vidic ahead of Yapstam?
Yes, Vidic ahead of
How come you're getting 2 United players and that's strange, isn't it?
Call it for yourself.
I would go for Yapstam, John Terry and Carragher.
OK, fair enough, gentlemen.
No, won the Premier League. Just saying.
What are you saying?
Jamie Carragher.
Okay,
what's that got to do with it?
Twitter questions.
Messi's never won the World Cup.
Resh with the first question from Twitter. Who is the best player you've ever played with, Khalid?
Oof, that's a very difficult question.
Don't say John Terry because you've already mentioned it. Somebody else.
The best player I ever played with.
Not been asked that at all? I'm sure you would have been asked that.
On, someone.
I can mention so many names.
Name 3, then I'll make it easier for you as well.
3. Let's say, even then. Arjen Robben.
Okay. Stanley Bernard? No? Come on, 2 more, come.
We never played together, so it's okay.
Van Persie.
Okay, Van Persie.
And let's say...
Say John Terry.
John Terry.
Don't give him a way out. Okay, moving on.
No, he said it.
A lot of your ex-colleagues will be giving you a call or tweeting you with regards to not,
sorry guys,
in the list.
Sorry guys.
Okay, next question comes from Francis Chin, a regular on the show, by the way. It's a question for you as well. In the current age, which defender currently reminds you of your playing days?
Chiellini.
Chiellini?
Yes.
Tough, hard.
Old-version defender. Doesn't care about nice football. Cares only about winning. That's what's true about defense.
Like it.
Like it.
There's a defender talking how defenders should talk.
Passionate defending.
Absolutely.
They love
defending.
defending. It's like you wake up to defend.
Did you get pride in saying, OK, we've scored 2, but we kept a clean sheet?
Of course.
Of course. They don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
This is your job.
That's your job to keep a clean sheet.
Front, we do our job at the back.
But that sometimes managers play a part in that as well.
Satish, final question comes from Satish. Why is... Oh, my God, this is going to hurt. It's with regard to the Dutch national team in terms of the squad.
God, no.
The good players, the respective position, why are they so lackluster right now? What's going on? I mean, I remember growing up in a time where you had your Hullets, your Van Bastens. Where have they gone?
You know, there was a time where, the fans were really spoiled with the quality of the players. We are now in the period with it's more difficult. I mean, it's also a matter of quality, of course. The coach, they just sacked the coach recently.
Yep.
And so we are in a difficult period. But I mean,
domestically as well. Domestic leagues is not strong as it, the Dutch league. I mean, where's it in the pecking order of European?
There's also aspect for, of course. I mean, our league is not going. Well, Ajax is doing a great job yesterday, but in general, the Dutch league is not getting better.
But it happened to Brazil as well. You got to remember that. There is a generation gone missing.
I mean, Germany went through that, France, Spain. I mean, everybody's going through it. But
England have been down.
I was waiting
Since 1966, yeah. Time for the fixtures from the Premier League on Saturday. That's the 22nd of April. It's West Ham, Everton, Bournemouth, Middlesbrough, Swansea taking on Stoke, Hull against Watford. Not to forget as well on Sunday, it's Burnley, Manchester United, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Now, he's in our studio for the FA Cup, which you can catch right here on Astro SuperSport. It's the big one, Chelsea, Tottenham. It's at 11:45 p.m. on channels 817 and 836, by the way, in HD. And on Sunday, Arsenal, Manchester City. Gentlemen, these are some good games. All right. Goals galore. I mean, you've got to pick one of these games for goals galore. Which is going to see the most amount of goals? West Ham, Everton, Bournemouth, Middlesbrough, Swansea, Stoke, Hull, Watford, Burnley, Manchester United, Liverpool, Crystal Palace from the Premier League.
I would go definitely for Arsenal, Manchester City.
Oh, he's going to the FA Cup. Okay, the goals galore, most amount of goals in that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Certainly not in the Premier League this weekend. I think it's going to be fairly quiet, yeah.
Liverpool, Crystal Palace?
Yeah, I'm picking that.
You're going for Liverpool, Crystal Palace?
Yeah, I'm going for that.
All right.
Yep.
OK. Well, I'm going for Man City, Arsenal.
Chelsea to progress to the finals. You said no, so that's a trick question.
I'm going Chelsea, Man City to get to the FA Cup final.
Okay.
And Real Madrid as well. I'm going for them to beat Barcelona.
I do not agree.
All right. Stan, since you're the special one.
Barcelona to beat Real Madrid.
And what about Bournemouth, Middlesbrough?
Neymar is not playing.
Neymar's not playing.
Neymar's not playing.
Barcelona to beat Real Madrid.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Middlesbrough, nil.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen.
Stay up for that.
Khalid, it's been an absolute pleasure. You'll be here in the studios for the FA Cup. Do catch us live and exclusive as long as you're still awake, by the way. It'll be the early hours of Saturday and Sunday morning. Till the next time, take care.